So today I'm going to do some planting of some of my winter sown seeds. The first thing I'm going to sow is some Shirley Poppy Amazing Gray. These did really well in the winter sowing. So I've prepared this little area here, just with took out the weeds and the junk from last year, put in some compost and a little bit of Biotone Espoma starter fertilizer. I think what I'm going to try to do is take this whole chunk of soil out of this container. Yeah, so I was able to just kind of scoop my hand underneath and get the whole chunk out. Now I'm just going to break them apart into individual plants. So here's one. Let's see how many plants I got. That's a lot of plants. So this one, I'm going to put over here. Okay, so let's see how many I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plants. Happy about that. So I also have the Hungarian blue poppies. I don't think I got quite as many. They're looking kind of dried out since I opened up the winter sowing. I'm going to get them in the ground right now. I'm going to prepare this little patch of ground over here. I have some hollyhocks that I don't see any growth from yet. I don't know if they're going to come back this year. But anyways, the poppies will bloom much earlier and probably be pulled out. So again, I'm just throwing in some compost and some starter fertilizers. Mix that in a little bit. Take these poppies out of the container. So I can sort of just scoop my hand underneath the whole thing, just lift out all the seedlings. So I'm just going to break these apart. Let's see. There's one. Careful to get some roots with them. Okay, there's one. This one's really close together. So I'm trying to get root mass with each piece. So these are kind of little. Let's take these 7. I'm just going to keep those two together. They're really little. 9. Wow, lots. Just kind of toss the seeds in here to see what would happen. But 11. I feel like I got to keep these together. They're just kind of clumped, but they're really all sharing these roots. All right, I'm just going to get these in the ground. Okay, I think that's good. I'm just going to water them in, and hopefully most of them or all of them will survive. I've also got this dark blue Larkspur, which looks gorgeous. I just opened it up today. I think I'm going to try to plant it along this fence here and see what happens. So I've prepared a bunch of spots for all the Larkspur, which should be really easy because they're really small. I'm just going to carefully separate them out first. So here's the first one right here. I'm just going to place them where they go. Let's see if I can get these. Here's one, trying to get some good root mass with them. So I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Larkspur. That's a pretty good haul. I'm gonna water them in. So I just wanted to do a little follow-up. That planting video that was 18 days ago that I put those little seedlings in the ground, so let's go check out how they're growing now. Love these tulips, don't you? So I've since planted a bunch more seedlings, which I'll show in a subsequent video, but here are those poppies that I planted. Some of them are getting quite large. They definitely all took really nicely, but these Shirley Poppy Amazing Gray, look at this one, it's huge. These are gonna do really good. One thing I noticed last year about planting out the winter sown poppies, they do get their roots disturbed a little bit when they're transplanted, and they did tend to fall down a little bit. So I'll be staking these, probably putting some cord kind of around them on stakes so that they stand upright. So those are doing great. Let's come over here to see these Hungarian blue poppies are also doing really great. Like I said, I put in 11 of these. They're all looking really healthy. They all really took well, growing really well. So I'm really happy about that. They look really great. But same, I'll probably do some staking over here because they do get, the tops of them do get pretty heavy. The flowers are pretty heavy, so, and the stems are kind of skinny. So you need to give them a little support, I think. But they are gorgeous when they start to bloom. So excited to see those. Over here against the fence is where I planted the dark blue Larkspur. Those are getting really big too. See, these look really super healthy. Really nice. All of them seem to have taken really well. I think they're gonna get nice and big. Really excited about these. I've never grown these before, and I bet these are gonna be absolutely gorgeous. They are in the picture, so these may need some staking. Just interplanted these among these daffodils. These are some Winston Churchill daffodils that I had transplanted from a pot last summer, and they didn't do super great this year, but I expect in subsequent years, as long as I leave the foliage here, which I will, they'll sort of be under the Larkspur, but I think they'll get enough sun to gain the energy they need to bloom nicely again next year. So looking forward to that. These look really great. I'm really happy with these. So let's keep watching them and see how they grow. Again, this is 18 days after I put them in the ground. Started these seedlings January 28th, planted them out April 22nd. Today is May 10th. So everything's looking really great. The yard is really taking shape. Lots and lots of seedlings. I gotta get my tubing up and running. It's all laid out there, but I gotta do some tests to get it running and start running it a couple times a week because it's feeling kind of dry this week. So thanks for watching.